Oh, guys, today is really a very exciting day because Fabrizio Romano has come out and almost hinted on every transfer that Arsenal is in, and I think it's really going to be covered by most of the news coming in from Fabrizio Romano. And you know him, he's a number one transfer guru. He has talked about Mudryk in the field from Shakhtar Donetsk. He has talked about Youri Tielemans. He talked about Pedro Neto and very many other deals confirmed in here onto the Rokani Media Football in here onto the channel. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as don't miss out on the stories that we do upload in here on a daily. I go by the names of Rokani David, and obviously we are talking Tielemans, Mudryk, Aubameyang. We are talking Gabriel Magalhães. What was his reaction like when that goal that he really scored that gave Arsenal a lead was subjected to a VAR in there for you? He said a prayer, and we have the prayer that is said, and almost God answered it in a nick of time. Then we are talking very many other transfers and stories coming from the Arsenal camp. Obviously, do the needful and subscribe to our channel so as known to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Obviously, you know it very well that Arsenal is playing Aston Villa tomorrow. Sorry, on Wednesday, meaning that tomorrow we are having a press conference of the manager, Mykhailo Mudryk, to address the media as far as that game is concerned. And to me, my main reason as to why I want to really present and really bring you that press conference reaction, I want him to let us know the condition in which Thomas Partey and Zinchenko are in. Are they going to be back or not? That's the big question, and most of the fans of Rokani Media Football have been asking me, Rokani, what's up with Zinchenko? What's up with Thomas Partey? But I can't come in here and really give you fake news. I want to get news from the horse's mouth, and obviously the horse's mouth is the manager of Arsenal, who goes by the names of Mykhailo Mudryk. And thanks to the match that is happening on Thursday, that has really provided Mykhailo Mudryk to us through a press conference that they are going to hold tomorrow before they play the game on Wednesday. So today morning, Fabrizio Romano was on the Court Offside podcast, and this is what he first said. He said, expect like business from Arsenal with Edu and Mykhailo Mudryk already very busy. So he has confirmed to us that they're very busy looking in for the next signing of Arsenal. Remember, Arsenal has brought in so far 5 signings, and many outgoings have left, some on loan, some have been sold permanently, like the Bernard Leno, Matteo Guendouzi, Torreira. They've been sold permanently. And obviously I see Pablo Mari as a player who was sold permanently because there is a buyout option in his long season loan at SC Monza. So after telling us that Arsenal are going to be having a very busy close of the window, he went ahead to let us know that Leicester are still asking for about 35 to 40 million pounds for Youri Tielemans. Arsenal have no intention to pay such an amount of money for a player who has a year left on his contract in there for you. That is what Fabrizio is really telling us. So it looks like every day things concerning Tielemans are really getting complicated. You hear a story, Leicester is willing to really drop the amount of money they want to get from Tielemans. You hear another one, Leicester want 45 to 35 or 35 to 40 million pounds from Youri Tielemans. So we are here waiting to see what is going to happen for Youri Tielemans. But obviously, Leicester is a business-minded team, according to me. Having gotten in 75 million pounds from Chelsea on Wesley Fofana, I really believe that they can't let a player go out on a free, because these players come out and told them that, please, I'm not renewing my contract at Arsenal. That's what a player who goes by the names of Youri Tielemans has told them, not at Arsenal, at Leicester. And can they really, amongst all the viable and available options, let him to go out on a free? I don't see it happen. Leicester City, to let a player out on a free, I don't see it happening. And today when I read this story and Fabrizio said this, something crossed my mind. Do really Leicester see Youri Tielemans in the same level as Gabriel Jesus? That's not it. And let me tell you this. Tielemans is not the marquee signing of Arsenal. The reason as to why Arsenal was wanting to spend 60 million pounds on Rafinha and spend 45 on Gabriel Jesus is simple. Those were the marquee signings. If at all Tielemans was the marquee signing of Arsenal, they would have gone in for him early, before even the start of the preseason, because they would have wanted him to go in and really merge with the team in the preseason. But obviously, Arsenal taking all its time to really land this signing shows you that they are not desperate to get in this player, and they're not willing to pay the amount of money that Leicester City is really trying to request from them. And Arsenal have told Leicester City, we are giving you only £25 million only. That's it. And Arsenal is not willing to spend more on Youri Tielemans. Amidst them liking the player, they're not willing to pay more. And Leicester has a disadvantage that a player only wants to go to Arsenal. If he was okay to move away to any other club, Manchester United would have wanted him, Liverpool would have wanted him, Newcastle wants him, even Aston Villa is in for him. So there are very many teams that are in the level of Arsenal that really need this player. That is Liverpool and Manchester United. So Arsenal are so much favored that the player has already agreed personal terms with them, and the player only wants to play for Arsenal. That is the only positive for Arsenal, and it's the only security that Arsenal are having. That's the insurance policy behind all of this. But if at all that wasn't the case, I really believe that Arsenal would have paid this money. But because the player only wants to go to Arsenal and he has turned down all the requests coming from Manchester United, Liverpool, and very many other big clubs across Europe, it's an indicator that it's playing in the favor of Arsenal. And that's why very many sources have always been telling us that Tielemans and Arsenal are in a stronger position than Leicester City, because Leicester have nothing to do. The player is left with just now it looks like 11 months on his contract. He says, I'm not renewing my contract, I'm going to run it down. That is the man who goes by the names of Youri Tielemans. So let's wait and see how that is going to go on. That is a story of a man who goes by names of Youri Tielemans, because it looks like it's everywhere, and Arsenal fans can't wait to have the player at the Emirates. But obviously, Fabrizio is telling us that Leicester City are really wanting between 35 to 40 million pounds, and Arsenal is paying them 15 million pounds less. So let's wait and see how that is going to unfold. Obviously, this week we are going to get to know whether Tielemans is coming to Arsenal or not, because on 1st of this month, that is a Thursday, everything will be out there. We'll be knowing Tielemans is staying at Leicester or not. But it shows you that Leicester City are willing to sell. That's the most important thing. And that shows you that they want that amount of money, but if at all they don't get it, they have to go into settle to what Aston Villa is providing to them, because I believe it's what they deserve. Now, Fabrizio Romano, he has told us that one of the names I wanted to mention is Mykhailo Mudryk from Shakhtar Donetsk. Many clubs are keen on signing him from England. The Bundesliga from Italy too now could be an opportunity. So let's wait and see what Arsenal decides to do on this player. Fabrizio continued to let us know that Arsenal explored conditions to sign Mykhailo Mudryk a few days ago. However, only on the player's side. Everton had €30 million verbal proposal for the player rejected by Shakhtar Donetsk last week. Mudryk is one to watch until the end. So it looks like Arsenal are in for this guy. I've seen this guy play. He's really good, and he's said to be the new Neymar. That's it. He's said to be the new Neymar. I don't know why they are calling him the new Neymar, but obviously, you know, very many players have been linked to new Messi, new Ronaldo, new Neymar. You get? But obviously, very many players have failed to really meet the standards of what they are being referred to and how their style of play reflects or relates to the already made or the already proven world footballers. He has a very good first touch. I know he can really wrong foot very many defenders. And his scoring range is good. And his scoring tally is also good. He's a very good player. He's an interesting player. He'll get you off the seat every time you're watching the game of football, because he's creative. His flair is really way up the ordinary. And I really believe that he's going to hit the market a lot, because he's coming in through to play. Is Shakhtar Donetsk going to play in the Champions League? Have they been running the Champions League for Europa League? I don't really remember well, but obviously Shakhtar is really one of those teams that is a team that is being looked at because of this guy known as Mudryk for you. So he's talented, good, plays on the left side of the attacking midfield, but I think Mykhailo believes that he can come in and really do some work on the right. Let's wait and see. As FABRIZIO is telling us that we should really go ahead and really pay a very big eye onto this guy. Reason being, Everton put in 30 million euros and it was really turned down. Now, what is the realistic evaluation of this player? Meaning that he's valued at 50 million euros. This is where I really say that why should I go in for a player like Mudryk? I'm not bantering the Arsenal board and Edu plus Arteta, but this is a thinking that is really so apt according to what Arsenal wants to, according to where Arsenal wants to go. I don't believe that Arsenal should go in and sign in a player who is inexperienced. This is the time where Arsenal should go in and bring in experienced players like Marco Asensio. According to me, I like Asensio for one reason. He is good. He is good, and he will give Bukayo Saka a push into that position. He comes with experience at Arsenal. He comes in with a lot of technicality on his ball, and he provides more solutions than Bukayo Saka going up front. I think you all agree with me. He's a very good player who will really decide games. He has played against Man City, he has played against Liverpool, he has played against very many teams in the Premier League while playing at Real Madrid and has really let them down. Now, he's at 30 million euros. You get? But the 30 million euros that Everton really paid, all tried to put in as an offer to sign Mudryk, was really turned down by a team which goes by the names of Shakhtar Donetsk, because that's where he plays from. So, he comes in from Ukraine. You never know. Arsenal might want to come in and bring him in to settle Zinchenko well, to have a countryman with him. But obviously, I don't recommend this deal. If Atola was on the Arsenal board, I think I should go for experience this time around, because there are very many experienced players in the market outside there who can really put in a shift at the side which goes by names of Arsenal. And Mudryk is a very good player, but right now, according to what Arsenal wants, he doesn't play on the right. Most of the times, when if you see his clips on YouTube, he plays so much onto the left area of the pitch, meaning that he's coming to compete with players like Emily Smith-Rowe and Martinelli. Yet Arsenal needs a player to go in and really apply pressure or pile pressure onto Bukayo Saka. That's the player that Arsenal really wants, if I'm not mistaken. So, let's wait and see. But can Arsenal pay close to 50 million euros for Mudryk in there for you at Shakhtar Donetsk to see him come and play for Arsenal? That's the big question that we are having right in here onto Rokani Media Football. But that is another player that Arsenal has been linked to, and FABRIZIO Romano again is into the mix to really let us know about this deal. Now, there is a player that has been linked to Arsenal, is known as Matt O'Reilly. He plays for Celtic, and Sunsport is letting us know that Arsenal are readying a bid for Celtic midfielder Matt O'Reilly via Etienne Femi. So, Arsenal are really a team that is really in search of a midfielder, but Tielemans' deal looks like has really played them out of their plan, because they wanted Tielemans to come in at Arsenal, and when he comes in at Arsenal, obviously they won't be looking for another midfielder, but looks like right now they've tried to go in for another option. But again, he's playing at Celtic. He's good. He plays with the left foot. He plays as a central defensive midfielder. He can play as an attack midfielder, and he can get the ball out from the back four and really play it very well through the central axis of the midfield. But he's not a finished article. I really believe that right now, when Thomas Partey is injured, that would have sent a very clear message that they need a clear message to Arsenal that all they need is a finished article to come and really get that done. And who is the finished article? Youri Tielemans. Youri Tielemans. I believe Arsenal is really going to improve and we put in a pace to get in Youri Tielemans before this season ends. soon before this summer ends. So, Arsenal ready to make a bid for Youri Tielemans, and they're waiting to see, not for Youri Tielemans, for Matt O'Reilly. He's been a very good player. I saw him play for Celtic. He's good there in the Champions League, but can he forego the Champions League and come into Arsenal? Can he forego the Champions League and come into Arsenal? That is the big question, and obviously, I know it's really going to go on and really happen. Then we've been told again by Samuel Lucas that same player I've been talking about, Matty O'Reilly from Celtic United, is also keeping tabs on the Celtic midfielder. That's it. So, it's really tricky, very, very tricky for Arsenal and United. They've collided on very many players this season. First, it was Lisandro Martinez. Both wanted him. He opted for Manchester United. Then both were interested in Leroy Sane, but Leroy Sane said now let's staying at Bayern Munich. Which other player? Which other player that United is interested in and Arsenal was interested in? Tielemans, Youri Tielemans. Obviously, just because the player said, I only want to play for Arsenal, not in the team. But obviously, it shows you that this midfielder is really quality. You see, each and every time you see to it that you are interested in a player and it's only you who is interested in him, you have to put in a question and ask yourself, is he really good? If he's really good, why aren't other teams interested in the player? That's the big question. But obviously, Matt O'Reilly is on market, and very many English clubs are really interested in him, especially Arsenal and Manchester United. Now, second last story, there is a story of Gabriel Magalhães, who really made a very huge mistake, and Arsenal conceded its first goal at Emirates against Fulham. Then Odegaard left for the game, and guess who scored the winner? A man who made a mistake came on and really gave Arsenal the lead and corrected his mistake. Then he said this on his emotional celebration. Of course, when I score, after the referee said handball, I just ask to God, I celebrate. Did you look at my celebration? You like? I'm so happy. We enjoyed 3 points. It was a big fight, but this is the Premier League. So it looks like he reached an extent when everything was not going rosy and said, oh my God, I've scored a goal. I was the one responsible for the goal we conceded. Odegaard leveled the game, and now I'm really having close to winning the game after scoring the winner, and they've subjected the goal to VAR. But all after the goal was really given. But I like the way that he really asked God that, God, did you look at my celebration? Because the celebration was really so much full of joy, enthusiasm in there for you, and a lot of charisma. When you saw how Saliba came in and really put in a shift of celebration, obviously, you just get to know that it was really meaningful and the goal was needed in there for you. But obviously, the man was Gabriel Magalhães reacting to his emotional celebration after keep putting Arsenal in the lead. Then lastly, the former Arsenal captain, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, was the victim of a violent robbery last night when 4 men broke into his home, beating him and threatening him and his wife with a fireman. So, it's not good news for Aubameyang. Obviously, he's being linked to Chelsea, but robberies broke into his house, threatened him and his wife, something that didn't really all go well for him that side. But obviously, there are things that come in through and really say, oh, they are not good. They need to be called out. But the media of Uganda, the media has really not given it attention that it is really deserved. But for me, I said when I'm summarizing this story, I should come in and really talk about Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and how he was a victim of a violent robbery. He was beaten, and obviously the manager has given them 2 days off. Are they 2 days off, 2 or 3 days off in the La Liga? And let's wait and see what's going to happen. But he's being linked to Chelsea, and it's only Barcelona that is really holding this move from happening, because everything is okay with Chelsea to pay 30 million euros. And they've agreed personal terms with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and he wants a return to London, but not at Arsenal, but at Chelsea. Thank you guys for watching. Again, smash the like button, comment, and share. Your reactions are welcome in the comment section below about Youri Tielemans' demand, £45 million demanded by Leicester City. Then talk about Mudryk in the for you to Arsenal. FABRIZIO Romano has confirmed that. Then 45 million for Youri Tielemans. That's requested for by a team which goes by the names of Leicester. Thank you guys for watching in. I sign out for now. See you later, my mates.